back to the channel and the blog. Happy Wednesday and happy fall. I hope it's starting to feel like fall where you guys are. I live in Florida, so it never really feels like fall here, or winter for that matter. It actually never even feels like anything but summer year round. So there's that. I decided to share with you 5 movies that have made it to my Halloween watch list this year. These are all movies that I'm going to try to get to either before or by Halloween, starting with my least priority and going to the one that I absolutely have to watch. I had a really hard time picking just 5 movies to put on my watch list this year, so I decided to narrow it down by choosing movies that I actually physically own. Let's just get right into it. Number 5, Trick or Treat. This is a horror film. It's an anthology film, meaning there's a bunch of different stories happening all at the same time. They all take place on Halloween night. It's got the creep factor. It's a little bit funny. It's a little bit scary. It's just a fun Halloween film. It made it to my watch list because about this time every year I think about this movie, but it's not the highest priority movie because I have seen it a bunch. And I think it's even on TV sometimes, like an edited version, so, you know. Number 4, The Babadook. This movie came out within the last year or so, I think, and it's making it to the watch list this year because it's so fantastically creepy, it's so well acted, it's just got the great, creepy, spooky Halloween feel that I look for in horror movies about this time of year. It relies a little bit more on atmospheric horror and kind of that subtle creepiness and that mystery, you don't know what's going on. But there are some pretty scary parts to it. That being said, my husband and I have seen this so many times. We do love it. It is on the watch list, so if we can make it around to watching this movie, we definitely will. But again, there's some more that we definitely want to watch. Number 3, Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice has not been one of my favorite films for a long time. And in fact, it has been years since I've seen this movie. Growing up, I was not a fan. He creeped me out. It was really weird. In fact, growing up, I didn't like a whole lot of Tim Burton films, but Halloween pretty much should just be renamed Tim Burton Day because he has mastered kind of that fun, kooky, creepy Halloween spirit. Beetlejuice is just perfect for this time of year. You know, I don't really know what else to say about it more than that. It's on the watch list. We're definitely trying to make it around to it this year. My husband loves it, so we're going to watch it this year. And there you have it. Number 2, Sleepy Hollow. Another Tim Burton film, one of my favorites, to be honest with you. I know some people who are really not a fan of this movie, but I think it's great. I think it's a wonderful film. I think it's perfect for this time of year. For some reason around this time of year, I feel this crazy urge to watch this film. I own it. I can watch it anytime that I want, but around this time of the year, I'm just like, I need to watch this film. So I usually save it for fall, and it fits perfectly with the Halloween theme, playing off the legend of the Headless Horseman. I'm just a huge fan of this film. I don't know what else to say about it. It's on the watch list every year, so I'm looking forward to watching it again this year, and I recommend it. Last but certainly not least, The Nightmare Before Christmas. This is number 1 on my watch list. It has been every year for the past few years. Once again, was not a fan of this growing up. For some reason, I just didn't like this movie. I don't know what it was. I had seen it, just wasn't my cup of tea at the time. But as I've gotten older, I have really grown to appreciate Tim Burton's style of film, especially this one. The artistry that goes into making a stop-motion animation is ridiculous. The music in this film is fantastic, so I think it's just something I had to grow into, and now, as you can tell if you haven't seen my scarf with Jack Skellington, I'm a little bit obsessed. Look at him, he's so cute. I'm just a tad obsessed with it now, and like I said, it's been on my watch list. It's been number 1 on my watch list for both Halloween and for Christmas, because it works well for both, every year for the past few years, and I'm really excited to break it out again this year. I've been listening to the soundtrack for a couple weeks now, and I'm just ready to watch the movie and probably watch it more than once. 2 movies that made it to my watch list this year are actually two that I haven't even seen yet. And the only reason we own them is because we bought them as a set of 3 movies that had Box Trolls and these 2 movies in it. From what I understand, they're perfect for Halloween time, and they kind of have the same type of fun feel as Nightmare Before Christmas. They're both stop motion animation pictures, so I know that I'm gonna just enjoy that part of it in general. Those 2 movies are Coraline and Paranorman. I think my husband has seen Paranorman. I don't know if he's seen Coraline, but he's been talking to me about wanting to watch it for a little bit now. These are the 2 that have made it onto the watch list that I actually haven't seen before, but I was thinking about maybe doing reviews. I know they're kind of older, but I was thinking about maybe putting a review up on the blog of these movies after Halloween. Who knows? We'll see. So I think these fit really well with my watch list, so hopefully we'll get around to watching these sometime before or by Halloween. So those are some of the movies that are on my watch list this year. We have Netflix and we have Amazon movies, and with those 2 things alone, there's so much out there that we would like to watch if we can get around to it. But definitely a couple of the movies off of this watch list are going to make it before Halloween. We have no choice. We have to watch those things. So I want to know, are any of these particular movies on your watch list, or what other types of movies do you watch to get into the Halloween spirit? Please let me know in the comments below. I would love to discuss these things with you. I also want to take this time to share with you some really exciting news. For a couple months now, I guess, my sister and I, you may have seen her in my latest Rock the Universe video, we have been collaborating on a little project, and we have finally gotten it off the ground. We have opened our own Etsy shop. We will be selling jewelry and hair bows, and I will put the link in the description and maybe put some pictures in here of some of the things that we are offering, just so you can get a little sneak peek. Go check out the link below to our Etsy shop and our Facebook page. Favorite the Etsy shop, like the Facebook page, stay up to date on everything. We just opened it up and we are so excited about it. It's gonna be super fun. Thank you for all of your likes, your comments, your subscriptions, everything. I really appreciate you guys. Be on the lookout for the Halloween Horror Nights 26 video. It'll be out hopefully sometime next week. And I also have some more fun things planned, so stay tuned for that. I'm wishing you guys the best for the rest of this week and for your weekend, and I will see you soon. Bye.